Yeah, so I saw Justice League over the weekend, and look, I don't want to say spoiler alert because I don't really think there's anything to spoil. It's more or less.
Did you watch?
Predictable.
Yeah. I saw it, and I would agree. There's not a lot to spoil. I mean,
No.
superheroes get together and fight bad guys.
No.
Pretty awesome.
It lacks everything that the Avengers has, though, like urgency.
But there was urgency.
No, there really wasn't. It was like
The end of the world is coming, and Batman has to, spoiler alert, Bruce Wayne has to rally the troops and get a group together to defend the world from devastation.
Yeah, and he thinks he's got 3. At one point, they're like, "Well, I mean, we'll just have to do the best we can."
Yeah.
Look, how does everyone not know Bruce Wayne is Batman? I mean, he spends.
People are dumb. People
Instead
don't.
of superpower is being rich, he's like a trillionaire. If he's, I mean, it's not real. It's not even real.
But you don't watch it because it's real.
Yeah, well, that's for sure.
Well, now you're
Because
nitpicking.
suspended animation of belief. Look, when the Avengers are trying to save the world, they're like worried about it. They're like prepping.
No, they're not. They make jokes out of everything.
Yeah,
They don't take anything seriously.
That's the
Well, just because they like to have fun.
Yeah. No, look, hang on, hold on. There's 2. First of all, was any of this in the comics? This guy?
I don't know. I'm not.
I can't even.
With the DC. I'm not familiar with the DC
Yeah,
universe
look,
as much as Marvel.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing that really bothered me. Look, I saw Batman versus Superman.
Yeah.
And my first thing I said when I saw this movie was, Superman died? I don't even remember that. Did he?
That's true though.
I mean,
That's the thing.
yeah, that you don't remember that he died because it was a terrible movie?
No, that happened in the comics.
No, I know.
I
it
have the
happened in
comic book
comics.
where Superman died.
It just didn't translate for me over.
Doomsday did kill him in the comic.
Yeah, Doomsday. Great. But the thing is, okay, so Superman dies. Also, Clark Kent dies. Right?
Okay.
Right. Nobody figures this out. Clark Kent is buried in Missouri or Kansas or Smallville. Yeah, Smallville.
DC Universe doesn't have real cities.
Right.
They got Metropolis and
Smallville. Okay, so he's buried, right? So they go, okay, we have the cube. We have this cube, the one that wasn't being guarded by
Atlanteans.
or the elves, the one that wasn't being guarded by
Amazon.
or the dwarves, and the one guarded by the humans, right? Yeah, and of course that's the one that gets lost. So we just stole that from Tolkien, essentially.
The one cube to rule them all.
Right, the one cube.
This was not entirely unique. Much like Avengers, there was a swarm of flying bad guys that they had to fight
but we
before
were
they could get to the
told
one.
who they were and why they were coming. In this case, we just, there's a guy coming and he's coming to get his boxes.
So you don't know what's going on? They don't tell you what's going on?
They don't really. There's this other. How about Cyborg? It's a cool hero, right? And coming in, I was like, Cyborg, really? Because like when I watched the Super Friends, the Justice League, Cyborg, he wasn't there. Cyborg's like a newer guy, right? And so we're watching, and Cyborg is like, we get like no backstory on Cyborg. Like, oh, Cyborg.
What backstory? He was a guy that got killed, and his dad brought him back to life, Frankenstein style, by plugging him into.
No. The Frankenstein. That storyline is with Superman. We're gonna drop the cube in the chamber of liquid in the Kryptonian ship, and then the Flash, stupidest hero.
What?
Flash. Why is he there?
Because he's fast.
Yeah. He trips all the time.
He was comic relief too. He was the funny one.
We
Okay.
need that.
Did you notice the difference between Zack Snyder's directing and
Yeah, there was a definite difference between Snyder's direction and Whedon's direction. Totally different. It was like the scenes were happening, and it was very disjunct. That bothered me. There was
mustache? Did you notice the mustache?
Yeah. Did you the mustache? that they had to.
The very expensive mustache.
Yeah, they had to.
Millions of
shoot it
dollars
out.
to.
Who had a
Yeah.
mustache?
Superman, because he was working on Mission Impossible 6, and that studio wouldn't let him shave it off. So when he shot his reshoots, they had to special effect it out. Yeah, yeah. So then,
I didn't know this.
so how are you gonna?
You didn't see the mustache?
I didn't know it was a mustache.
Okay, so how are you gonna raise Superman from the dead, right? You gotta go get his body, right? Which is in Missouri,
Okay. Kansas.
which Kansas,
What do you call it?
which is, dude, they dig that up, and he looks pristine.
He's Superman though.
Yeah, but he's.
Well,
He's not dead. He's.
Batman does say, no, his cells are not
All right.
degenerating.
Yeah, okay, that's true. Batman did kind of
Who
explain
gets
that.
his body?
Oh, yeah, that's the funny thing. Flash and Cyborg go to Kansas and dig him up.
Missouri.
Missouri. Kansas. Kansas City, Missouri. But the thing is, they're digging him up, and the Flash says, you know, I could do this a lot faster.
Okay.
And Cyborg says, nah, let's just have this little character building scene.
Oh, I see.
Which I don't know what that was. We learned that they won't do bump fists until the end of the movie.
Did
So are they like the Gimli and the Legolas where they're like not getting along? But then
No, they get along. It's just the Flash doesn't really. The Flash he's a little uncomfortable socially.
do you remember in the Batman vs Superman where
No,
Batman has
I don't remember.
When Batman has the flashback or whatever, somebody comes in and whoa, spoiler alert. I didn't see
Yeah,
it.
don't have to.
Well,
Apparently, Superman dies in it though.
No, they
I
don't
saw it and I
explain
don't
that.
even remember that.
They don't address that.
No.
Oh, the dream.
Yeah, the dream sequence or whatever that was.
Look, the whole DC universe is a mess. Okay, so then we raise Superman from the dead using Flash's lightning and Clark Kent's body dug up in Kansas, Missouri. They zap him. He shoots out
With the cube.
with the cube,
What?
the human cube. He bursts out of there, and he's like super confused, right? He doesn't know who he is.
Kal-El. Is he come back to?
Well, yeah. Well, that's what Wonder Woman calls him, and I don't even know how she knew that was his name. Had they met? Did they meet?
In Batman versus Superman, she was in it,
Okay,
right?
you know what I'm definitely funny.
They
Batman
met-
vs Superman is the most forgettable movie ever made because I don't recall any of this. You're right. They did have one scene.
Yeah,
but she didn't call him Kal-El.
They fought together.
She just showed up.
Yeah, she just showed up and they fought.
Dun, dun, dun,
Yeah,
dun,
yeah.
dun.
They didn't get down to they call me Clark / Superman, but I'm also known as Kal-El on my home planet. I'm pretty sure that dialogue didn't happen.
I'm sure
That was
Bruce
green.
Wayne told.
Yeah, Bruce Wayne, who had a dossier on Krypton.
He knows Earth.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so then he's fighting, he's punching everybody, and everyone's going.
Oh.
Well, he wakes up and there's a line of him, right? There's Aquaman, who's pretty cool. Aquaman's pretty cool.
You like the redesign of Aquaman?
Yeah.
They had to make him cool and interesting because he's the weakest superhero.
He's the
Well,
blonde
Flash
guy
can
with-
do stuff. Aquaman is.
What do you mean? He's like what? No, he's like a trident, and he
If he's
can.
out of water, he's
Pretty strong.
all right.
He's better than Batman.
He's kinda strong.
He'll whoop Batman's
Flash will
butt.
whoop his butt.
Well, look.
Out of water, Flash will whoop
Here's the,
Aquaman's butt.
Superman is a boring character.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes.
You know why? If you don't have a pocket full of kryptonite, I don't even know why you're bothering.
Yeah, you can't beat him.
You can't beat him.
No, you can't.
And that's what the Billy Goat guy with the big helmet didn't have. He didn't have any kryptonite. He had a big axe. That didn't do him any good, and all of his insects got killed.
Gimli.
The bad guy
Yeah.
from the movie Doomsday.
Yeah. Was he Gimli? Was he Gimli's father? It was like a whole crossover with the Lord of the Rings.
He's Sauron.
It might be.
Clearly Sauron.
So,
What's the name of the bad guy here?
I can't even remember his name. Big giant man who lives in cubes. It wasn't Leviathan. No.
Come on, somebody.
It was something. It was a real word,
Google it.
like havoc or something.
Someone look it up. Let's go with Malachi.
Doomsday.
It wasn't Doomsday. It was not Doomsday.
Is it the guy with the?
So they're fighting him, right? They're like, "Oh, it's just us. Superman's a no-show." That's a line from Aquaman. Spoiler alert. So they're like, "We got to fight," and Wonder Woman's clashing stuff, and Aquaman's throwing tridents at him, and nothing's working. And then he says, you know, it's like a perfect setup. He's like, I'm gonna kill everybody because that's what I do, and I don't believe in justice.
Oh, yeah.
And then Superman shows up, boom, and says, well, I believe in justice. and
Heck yeah.
and it's on and it's over. It's over.
You know what though? You know what though?
Steppenwolf. The whole movie was like a magic carpet ride.
That's what people like about Superman though.
What, that
Don't
he's
you-
unbeatable?
Well, that he shows up. That feeling of like, oh my god, he showed up! Yay!
Yeah, look out! Spoiler alert! Superman shows up.
And saves the day.
Here's the real question: what theme played when he showed up? Did they show the theme? Was there a theme? Was there,
You can't show a theme, right? You hear a theme.
What, did you feel it or no? Did they play it?
Like a grand.
He's okay. Talk about no. Look, hey, you're talking about how they're worried, right? Oh my gosh, the end of the world's coming. Superman goes to he flies Lois Lane to Kansas. He walks around the corn like he's Maximus. He's just taking his sweet time. They're all back there sweating bullets like, yeah, we better get on this.
I mean,
what are we gonna do?
He was dead though. He let him wake up.
Yeah, he needed time. And that's why
Okay,
Lois
yeah, hang on,
once he was
hold on. Then in the big battle, as things are going on, there's this Russian family who's trying to get away, right? Spoiler alert.
Yeah, it's Avengers.
They're driving away, and he goes,
Oh.
civilians are in trouble. Now, when he's in Kansas,
Okay.
he doesn't smell Steppenwolf 1,000 miles away, killing everybody.
Here's the thing though.
He's
That's not a
hurt him.
Superman thing. That's the whoever wrote it or
Right.
the studio.
No. That's where we get into the split of the directors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Zack
was-
Snyder is walking around the corner. Okay. Then we get Avengerized, and it's like, we gotta save the civs. So they run out. He runs out, and he saves him. You know, Flash he carries a building away, and Flash is being crazy and kooky and tripping.
Doesn't know what direction to go.
Yeah,
he
I
doesn't
don't
know
know
what
where
direction.
east and
Which way
west is.
Okay, but let me ask you this though. Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Did you have a problem with the characters themselves or the actors?
No, I mean, no. Performances are fine.
Right?
I'm not a big Affleck fan, but I thought he did
I
fine.
think
I think he's the best Batman, dude. I like this Batman.
wow.
better than
No, but see,
Better than Christian Bale?
like,
George Clooney. Better than Michael Keaton.
Better than George Clooney?
no,
Good
listen.
point.
I'm talking about the Batman. Like when he falls and he's fighting, like
He looks
that's
very
the Batman.
He looks very bulky.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be a thing.
Yeah, but Christian Bale wasn't. Christian Bale was like, was kind of, you know, like he's wearing a sweater, like a bat sweater. I mean, overall, I would give the movie, like, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give it a thumbs down. Because it's not very smart. It's not a smart film.
Is there hope?
Oh, sure, there's hope. There's
In
always
the form of an S.
Teamwork.
The river.
Superman's Michael Cera.
I would. Here's what I want to see. You know what I want to
Hope
see?
starts with H.
I want to see a cyborg movie, so I can figure out cyborg.
Okay.
What is there to figure out? It's all there.
Oh, yeah,
It's
that's what
all
it is.
there.
You're right.
We don't.
He was a high school football star. He got in an accident. There was an
What
explosion.
kind of accident?
There was an explosion.
Explosion where?
When
You need to know that?
Yes,
Okay, let's say it was a
kryptonite.
gas explosion at his house. Does that make you happy?
It's called an origin story, Bill. I'd like to have.
Bored.
But
with
was it a fun
Marvel
movie?
doesn't
though?
even
Like
do origin stories.
You know, I thought it was fun, and then after I started thinking about it,
The ending was pretty fun.
the ending was fun.
Yeah, the ending was great.
Well, the end sequence, if you will.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so then we're back in the city. Clark Kent's walking around Metropolis, and then was like, "Hey, didn't that guy die?"
Oh, Clark. Oh,
Right?
back as Clark
Yeah, he's back as Clark.
with the
He's
glasses.
wearing glasses, and no one is like,
And
"Dude,
the
isn't that the guy who died 3 years ago?"
And then what?
He's
okay,
not
how did-
famous.
How did they explain that?
It's not like for us. Oh, Robin Williams is walking around and everyone's like, "Look at that guy, he's dead."
I would say, fine, he's not famous. Does he work at the Daily Planet?
They didn't show if he went.
Well, where was he going? in his tie and his glasses.
Maybe he's working for the Metropolitan Star News Gazette.
That's ridiculous, and you know it.
Maybe he.
But then he hears the cry of a civilian in probably Gotham City. And he runs down an alley, splits the shirt, boom, it's on. Then we cut music, and you're like,
That's it?
yeah, that's it. Well, and then there's the extra scene.
The scene with Ben Affleck from TRL.
Okay. No, there's not a scene with Ben Affleck from TRL. That's-
No, that Carson Daly's in this film, right?
Carson Daly.
It's not the Avengers. I don't know what DC can do.
You like the Avengers though.
They're not.
It's not that hard. There was a time when Batman was the coolest superhero around in cinema. The Dark Knight, like 10 years ago.
They just need to remake it with Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, just throwing Andrew Garfield in there.
DC has
just get
always
another
been
British guy to do
subpar,
it.
and the problem is DC has black and white characters.
Whoa, there's
These
no
are-
reason to make this a racist.
They have characters who are
Either
good
good or
and
bad.
completely good, and then you have bad guys who are just evil they're going to name themselves the Legion of Doom. Whereas Marvel has characters with depth and reasons for being against society. They have Magneto, who is Malcolm X to Charles Xavier's Martin Luther King Jr. So is one of them wrong?
That's not even an accurate comparison.
What?
That is an accurate comparison. That's exactly what it's based on in X-Men. If you want to come sit down here, Tristan, I'll explain the Marvel.
Just because you base somebody on a character doesn't mean
Hey, we're talking about Justice League.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. They didn't get it.
Was Malcolm X's Martin Luther King.
DC has a load of characters. The villains are all, I'm a bad guy who wants to destroy the world because I enjoy destroying the world.
You know what the best
And that
role in
doesn't
the
make
movie?
sense. There are
You know what the best
people
role in
like
the
that.
movie? When the Flash goes to see his dad, who's the dude signing guys in? Jimmy Olsen from the original Superman.
Get out.
Yes! That was legit. That was an amazing performance.
Wait, what? I didn't even notice.
That's how they got you.
The original Jimmy Olsen,
Christopher Reeves, Jimmy Olsen?
yes, was the guard checking guys in at the prison.
The guard. That's messed up.
What did you think? What did you think? Speaking of Christopher Reeve, him.
Yeah. Christopher Reeve was really hamstrung by the Underoos costume. I mean it.
Do you like the new costume? Do you
Yeah,
like
sure. Yeah, they look good. Overall, I can't recommend it. I mean, you can.
Oh, sure. I had fun. It was
but
fun. I enjoyed it.
Name the last movie you saw that wasn't fun.
Showgirls? I didn't like that.
1996. Don't see it.
Yeah, don't see Showgirls.
No, see Showgirls. It's historically awful.
Justice League.
Check it out. It's on a scale of 1 to 10, 3.5 stars.